some, I think. We have 40 something on the call, so we'll go ahead and get started. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Brenda Gallant, the Executive Director of the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. She's going to get us started. So welcome, everyone.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nadine, and welcome to the 17th Annual Excellence in Long-Term Care Awards. This was an idea that Nadine Grazo and I came up with 17 years ago because we know how important the work of direct care workers across the state in all long-term care settings really is. And we're here to honor you because we really respect so much the work that you do and the way that you've stepped up, particularly during such difficult times with respect, resulting from the pandemic. So today we are here to honor 33 absolutely outstanding individuals providing care across the state, as I said, in all settings. And you were chosen to be an award recipient really because of your leadership qualities among peers, your dedication to quality care and resident rights, and your dedication to over at least a year of work in providing care to long-term care residents and into home care. So we're here to honor you, and we have a special guest today, Representative Jessica Fay, who has been a tremendous advocate for direct care workers through her work in establishing the Workforce Commission to look at strategies for improving work situations and wages for workers, her work on appropriations, and really just fighting for direct care workers. And so we're pleased to have her here as our honored guest. We are recording this session, so if we want your agreement to be on the call with respect to that. And we're so glad that you're here today to honor these wonderful workers. Thank you so much.
Oh, Brenda, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who, excuse me, I need to there we go. Okay, sorry, I was in the wrong screen. Thank you to everyone for being here. Each and every one of us in the state of Maine owes each and every one of the honorees here today a debt, not just of gratitude. We actually owe you and your colleagues a lot more. We owe you better pay, better hours, and more flexibility in your jobs. We also owe you respect, and we owe it to you to lift up your work as part of the foundation of our state's economy and the well-being of our families and ourselves. So thank you. Thank you. In the last legislative session, we were able to make progress on getting you some help, but we know that there's so much more to do. By setting the baseline for Maine care reimbursement at 125% of minimum wage, which isn't enough, I know, we have at least set a floor, and that will increase with inflation. I'm hopeful that the increase in pay for entry-level workers will help bring new staff into your organizations in order to lighten your loads. The other thing that happened, and this is a big deal, is that people are really starting to understand how critical the work that you do is. We have to keep up the momentum, and I promise that I'll use my voice to keep reminding my colleagues in the legislature that caregiving is worthy of our efforts. As I was thinking about what to say today, I decided that I would first read through the booklet with all of the honorees' profiles. What I read amazed me. Even before COVID, I was aware of some of the challenges facing those of you who work in long-term care. I made it a point to talk with the staff at the facility where my mother-in-law resided about their challenges and hopes. Thank God for them. My husband and I tried to give her the best care we could, but we couldn't even come close to meeting her needs and the skills that were required to help her be happy and safe. When she moved into a memory care unit after great protest and angst, once she settled in, she was probably the happiest she'd ever been in 30 years. She got the attention and care that she needed, and the majority of that care was provided by the CNAs, CRMA's nutrition and activity folks who made sure she stayed healthy and engaged in her community. The knowledge, energy, empathy, and compassion it took to care for Charlotte is multiplied here by each and every one of you and for each and every resident and client cared for by you. The skill necessary to understand the needs of so many different people is invaluable, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here with you today to celebrate that. What I noticed as I read the wonderful and well-deserved comments was that there were some common threads and themes that emerged about all of you. You stepped up, are continuing to step up big time during COVID, and gave so much to the people who depend on you, even at incredible personal sacrifice. There are many people who are alive today because of you, and other people who could take comfort in loss, knowing that even if they couldn't be with their loved ones, they had you there for them, providing care and comfort. Wow. Just really, wow. You are advocates. You care about not only your clients, but also their families, and you care about your coworkers. You go out of your way to make sure that those around you have what they need to be as content as they can be. You're quick with a smile, the right song, a kind word, or a cup of coffee. You put others at the center of your work. You're professionals with a dedication to high standards of care, and you work really, really hard. You pick up extra work so things can run as smoothly as possible. You stay late and arrive early. You are creative problem solvers, adaptive to new situations, and seem to have boundless energy. You're teachers and leaders. You go out of your way to make people feel comfortable and to show them the way in challenging situations. You take new staff under your wings, and they are wings, and help them get their bearings. You're leaders in both formal and informal ways. You lead by example, you lead by doing and by showing and by being generous. Some of the skills that you employ in your work can be learned, but there are some, like compassion and empathy, that you simply just possess. Each of you are a gift to your colleagues, to those you care for, and to their families. And on behalf of my colleagues, I just want to thank you for taking care of all of us. Congratulations on these awards.
Thank you so much, Representative Fay. I'm clapping for you. I hope you can hear me. Thank you so much for those kind remarks. We really appreciate all of your work and all of your efforts at the legislature this year to really highlight the fantastic work of our long-term care workforce. So we really appreciate that. Before we get started into the actual awards, I would like to take a moment just to introduce, many of you might know that MHCA's longtime CEO, Rick Erb, did retire earlier this summer. And so I just wanted to use this wonderful opportunity, because if we were together, we would be doing this as well, to introduce our new president and CEO, Angela Cole Westoff. And I'm going to give her the mic in a moment. Angela's been on board since July 1st. I can tell you it probably feels like 3 years and not 3 months for as busy as we've been and the things that we've been dealing with, as you all know. So, but before we get started, let me just turn it over to Angela just for a few moments.
Good morning. Thank you, everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to be with you here this morning to witness the 2021 Excellence in Long-Term Care Awards ceremony. I want to say congratulations to all of this year's amazing and hardworking winners. Your dedication to your patients shines through in all that you do. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So just before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping details. I want to thank, on behalf of Maine Healthcare Association, I want to thank all of you for your work. I want to thank all of you nominators for answering all of my emails and putting up with me being persistent about all the things that I needed from you in order to make this come together today. So thank you. I also want to just acknowledge that we do have some corporate sponsors of the association who make these kinds of events possible. And that is Cross Insurance, Medline, and Twin Med. So some of you might be familiar with those companies, but their generous sponsorship enables us to have these kinds of programs throughout the year. So we appreciate that. And also, in addition to the recognition today, each winner will be receiving a check for $100. So hope you're excited about that. We will also be sending you program books, and so those are actually at the printer as we speak. And then you will also be getting this tumbler, this commemorative tumbler. Those are going to be direct shipped to your facilities directly. So just so you know what's coming. And on Monday, we will be sending you links to the recording of this event, a link to a video that we're going to show at the end, and any other sort of wrap-up materials. But just know that those will come early next week for you. So with that, I'd like to acknowledge the judges. This year's judges were Leo Delicata, who is an attorney with legal services for the elderly and an advocate, a very good one. And then also Trinity Baker, who is an LPN and a regional ombudsman with the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. And it does bear noting that they were, I hate to use the word unprecedented because I feel like we've heard that a lot this year, but unprecedented times call for unprecedented action. And that's exactly what the judges did. When I sent them the 33 nominations this year, immediately their response was, everyone deserves this award. And we're not interested in picking winners and non-winners. Every single one of these people, based on what we've read, deserves this award. And we said, we agree. And so for the first time in the history of the program, we are awarding every nominee and having 33 being our largest class. So really happy to do that this year. And again, just want to acknowledge the judges' outreach and their efforts in this regard. So with that, we're going to try this. It is a lot of people, so bear with us because we know sometimes what happens with technology in this environment. But I'm going to start alphabetical by last name of the winner, and I'm going to ask the nominator to say a few words. If they are with the winner, we'll, in a shared screen, we'll have the winner share their quote if they choose to do so. We ask for some inspirational quotes, and then we're just going to kind of keep moving down the line. If for some reason, when I call on you, if you can't connect or see or hear, we might just skip to the next one and go back. So let's just try to be flexible with that. And just enjoy. We can't wait to hear more about you. So with that, I'm going to call our first winner, Emily Abbott, activity coordinator at Cove's Edge. And I saw Cheryl. Oh, I see you guys. So welcome.
Good morning and welcome to all the wonderful winners we have here today and all of my peers in long-term care. I hope you can hear me through my mask, but I guess we're all used to that. I want to present Emily Abbott. Emily was nominated by our team and residents, not just by me. She is exactly where she is supposed to be. She is every administrator's dream employee, and no, you can't have her. And the best way for me to tell you about her is by sharing a story from a resident's family, and then you'll understand why she's here. Our whole family loves Emily. She was the only person my father would let bathe him. When she found out he liked jazz, she would play it through her cell phone while he was in the whirlpool, which made a huge difference for him. Emily took the time to learn 2 of his favorite songs and played them for him on the saxophone. She also had some friends from out of state video themselves playing those songs and shared the videos with my father. When my father was dying, Emily came in frequently to check on him as well as check on us. She also came to his funeral. My father would tell us that Emily was his adopted granddaughter, and he never said that about anyone. She was a tremendous support to our family. Thank you, Emily, for seeing the person and recognizing their unique interests and their unique needs. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Just a few words of my own. Caring for my own father at the end of his life profoundly impacted me and brought me to this line of work. As a caregiver, I have the opportunity to create an environment in which our residents receive the dedicated care and dignity and grace that every human being deserves. I'm just so grateful to be able to be there for our residents and their loved ones during their challenging times, but also to find joy with them in human connection as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was very, very nice. Our next award recipient is Amy Adams, is an LPN with the Barron Center.
Thank you. My name is Rebecca Gagnon. Nice to see everyone and congratulations to the winners. Amy Adams has been a long-standing member of our Barron Center team since 1987. Nowadays, you don't often hear of staff members have that long-term commitment to their facilities, but Amy's unwavering positivity and attitude throughout COVID certainly was something for us to learn and aspire to here within the facility. We appreciate Amy's commitment in terms of residents. She would go out of her way to make sure every single resident had what they needed, and most importantly, also ensured that our staff were all receiving the support that they most needed to throughout COVID. So I do want to thank Amy for her service, and congratulations to Amy on behalf of all of the Barron Center staff and residents. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to thank you all for the recognition. And I just wanted to say that, you know, it takes a team of people to do what we do. And we have some amazing leadership here. And I don't think we could have gotten through the last couple of years without it. Everybody is an important team player, and that's what it takes. And I just wanted to say that, you know, the caregivers out there, that if you're a caregiver, you know that this isn't a choice in life. This is who you are, and this is what you do. We take care of people, and that's what it's all about, just being there. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So next up, we have Scott Babb, who is a housekeeper at St. Andre Healthcare. Do we have folks on from St. Andre?
We do.
All right.
Can you hear us okay? All right, well, we're very proud to have Scott nominated. I can tell you that Scott's interaction with our residents is unmatched. Here at St. Andre, we believe in person-centered care, goes beyond the physical, also takes in the emotional, and it takes the entire person to keep them healthy and happy and thriving. And Scott is certainly stepped up and shown that. It's been commented he considers his peers as much as residents. We've heard multiple comments from coworkers that Scott is always pleasant despite being extremely busy. Takes the time to talk with residents in the memory care, which is his main area of business. And he'll often take assistance from the residents, even if he's busy. You know, they may help him push the cart down a hallway or show him how to do the work and supervise him and all that stuff. He is always pleasant, and I myself have noticed that Scott has built a rapport with the regulars, the one that kind of look out for him when he gets to the floor. And it's sometimes easy to forget that that's possible with dementia residents. He jokes with them, he engages with them in a way that I have not seen in many years. Scott's dedication to the residents is also unmatched. He's gone above and beyond innumerable times to be sure they have everything they need and want. Example is that Scott has gone out of his way after work to ensure residents' belongings were dropped off with a family member at home. Also put a pause on his own work many times to transport a resident who unexpectedly needed transportation to an appointment. And the fluidity and the flexibility have brought the residents such joy and stability, especially during this time of instability. So congratulations, Scott.
Thank you. Thrilled and honored to be part of St. Andrew's team. It's It's just been a journey so far, and it's going to be continue to be a journey.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Jessica Berker, the CNA at Freeport Place. And I know I saw Tina, or Tiffany, excuse me, Tiffany, I saw you. There you are.
Hi. Hi, can you hear us? Go ahead. You can hear us now? Can you hear us?
We can, you're a little low, but we will all be quiet and listen carefully.
Okay. So do I start off? Okay.
Oh, sorry, gosh, you think we get this mute and unmute right after all this time. So yes, Tiffany, if you just want to say a few words and then just turn it over to Jessie for a moment, and that's what we'll do.
I just want to state Jessie's been with us for 21 years here at Freeport Place, First Atlantic. She's a huge asset. She does many, many, many job duties in the building. She's loved by many. She goes out of her way for everybody, including the staff. Picks up a lot of hours. I also have an assistant who's been working here with her for 16 years herself. So I also want to pass it on to her. She just has a little to say about her as well.
Hi, I'm Dee McPherson. I've worked with Jessie for 16 years. She took me under her wing when I retired from the Navy and taught me everything I needed to get me to the point where I'm at now. Came from a blank slate doing this job to now following a great leader. So we can't thank her enough for being in this facility for the residents in First Atlantic. And now you can have Jessie.
All right.
Who deserves it?
I just want to thank you so much. And with the template, when I saw, what inspires me, it's people who inspire me. It's my inspiration comes from my family. It started when I was young, watching my mom and my grandmother as caregivers. It comes from the residents I care for every day and being able to connect with them and their families. My inspiration comes from my coworkers and their support and caring, and on both the good and the bad days. And with the pandemic and the challenges that healthcare has faced, it's the people in my life that are the reason I get up every morning and choosing to be a caregiver and trying to make a difference in people's lives.
Thank you so much. Well said. And just on a personal note, without naming names, I'm a little partial to this home because my uncle lives there and gets the best care ever. So thank you so much for all that you do for him as well.
We love him.
I know. Me too. So next up, we have Jody Brackett, and Jody is a CRMA at Norway Center. Looking for the folks from Norway. Let's see, hold on, let's just scroll.
How's that?
There we are, yes.
Hi, my name's Adele Beardsworth. I'm the residential care director. I had nominated Jody Brackett. She's been here for 29 years. It'll be 30 years in January. She doesn't want to be on video, which I'll respect, even though I'm very proud of her. I nominated her because she really stepped up. When we were in outbreak, first thing she did was cancel her vacation, which was amazing. You don't have to do that, and she did, and she was a very good example for the rest of the employees that haven't been here that long. They were able to follow her lead. and she did very well. I want to say congratulations. She's way over there. She wrote a thing for me to say. What inspires her is the residents and the way they put smile on her face and their faces, wearing things different. She hems their clothes if it's needed. She definitely goes above and beyond. She likes listening to their stories. She loves her coworkers. And when she mentioned that when she was 40 years older than her, she had a resident that had the same birthday, and every year they would spend it together, you know, just the two of them, special birthday. I'm very blessed to have her on my team.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next up is Diane Brophy, a CNA from Island Nursing Home.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Carter. I'm the Director of Nursing at Island Nursing Home. Diane is not here with us right now. As much as we wanted her to, she'd been waiting for a car appointment and she finally got one. So hopefully she's zooming in from there. But Diane Brophy has been a CNA for over 30 years. Her years of experience shined through our facility COVID-19 outbreak, where every single resident of them had COVID. She also contracted COVID herself during this outbreak. And as soon as she was able to, she ran right back to work. And the work that she provided and gave to our residents during that catastrophic time in our facility, it was just applaudable. She is a shining star. She gives her heart and soul to our residents every time she walks through the door. Through the years, she has cared for people with every part of her being. She's an excellent role model for other CNAs. You never have to question the care she is giving, and it's reassuring for any nurse who is working with her. I am proud to work with Diane, and I am proud of the care she provides to our loved ones. And congratulations on this, Diane. We are super excited for you. She also did a "What Inspires Me" quote, and it is, "When you are a caregiver, you know that every day you will touch a life or a lot." So congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know, Diane, I don't know if you're on and would wanted to.
She's right there.
Oh, you want to just say something really quickly? No? Okay, that's all right. We might be having some mute and unmute issues here. Congratulations. So next we have Emily Curry, who is a CRMA at Forsyth Harbor.
Good morning, I'm Julie. I'm the Resident Services Director here at Forsyth Harbor. I'm here with Emily Curry. She has been a CRMA here for a little over 6 years, and she is a huge support to us and our staff. So when I saw these nominations, I immediately thought of Emily. Emily is often the very first person that all of her teammates go to for help. She's also a big form of levity here in the building. During some of the darkest times of the pandemic, she adds a lot of humor with her horrible dad jokes that get everybody laughing and keeps everyone's spirits up. She is hilarious. And that's good for the soul. That's good for everything and everyone's well-being, especially in these dark times. So, you know, with all these unprecedented things, she really was a trailblazer in making sure that residents were safe, happy. She provided, when nobody could have visits, she provided that kind of social support that people needed so badly. And her expertise is unmatched. Whenever anyone needs any help, like I said, her teammates go to her, but also the medical providers go to her. She provides insight and knows the residents in ways that other people do not. So very grateful for Emily and all of her support here at Forsyth Harbor, and very honored to be able to nominate her, and very proud that she's a recipient of an award this year. I'm going to turn it over to Emily.
Thank you very much. I tend to wear a different hat every day, which helps with the levity, especially during COVID. It's really helped. I'm just so grateful to work with amazing people and doing what I love and being able to make these people my family, because I spend so much time with them and make them laugh and just enjoy my days with them.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Next up, we have Jenny Edwards, CNA from Maine Veterans Homes in South Paris. Yeah, Brad's on. Yep.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties.
That's all right.
All right. So when touring new hires, I always stop to see Jenny, who's been here 20 years of longevity and passionately loves what she does while demanding excellence out of herself and her peers. Jenny knows every resident's middle name and nickname. Jenny recently watched as some employees struggled to pass medications to our dementia residents. She stepped up and took a med tech class and now supports the residents in this role, as well as noting on all the resident files how they like taking their pills and the best time of the day to approach them with their medication. This helped all staff increase the residents' quality of life while showing her peers that there's always ways to grow professionally as well. Jenny is the employee that doesn't leave until our residents have no more wants or desires. She supports her teammates through one of the hardest things that they've ever been through this last year. The residents saw her as a familiar face almost every day, and you could see the comfort that they had when she was around. When I think of Jenny, I definitely think of the word excellence. And she'll share her quote.
I love working in long-term care because of the relationships that I form with the residents and their families. It's a connection that cannot be replaced, and it reminds me that we're all family, that we're all in this together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So next up, we have Rachel Gamache, and she's the program director at the landing at Saco Bay. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
I know you're going solo.
I am. I just feel so lucky to be nominated. I feel lucky to be able to support and learn from and be amazed by our residents every day. I think it's such a gift that they share their history and their world at that moment and their love. So it's an honor. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And I remember one thing from your bio in that you had no trouble getting rid of your fashionable attire for scrubs, and really kind of pitched in and did a lot during those times to support direct care staff as well. So just for the rest of you on the call, I just wanted to, that stuck out in my mind about you. So thank you for all that you do. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next up, we have Jessica Gray, who is a staffing specialist and a CNA at Maine General Rehabilitation and Long-Term Care at Glenridge.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Karen Doohan. I was the lucky individual that got to nominate Jessica. Before I go into why I nominated Jessica, I just want to congratulate our sister facility. I see Bobby Joe Welch there. Congratulations on winning this award. And Tarsha Rodrigue, who is an inspiration to a lot of us. I have had the pleasure of working with Jessica for the past 12 years. The past 3 years, we have worked really closely recruiting, onboarding, orienting, and making sure all new staff feel welcome and knowledgeable about their orientation schedules. In preparing for this year's nomination, I looked closely at who I felt on a daily basis exemplified the values and standards of this organization. I also went out and spoke to the essential staff that she works with throughout the facility. And as I spoke to her colleagues and to management, it became clear that one name stood out, and that was Jessica. They felt that she was more than qualified to receive this prestigious award. Some of the feedback from the peers that they shared and how they described Jessica was passionate, an integral part of the nursing team, an expert in her field, dedicated to the residents, having an excellent rapport with her teammates, competent, and rock star stood out. Many shared they could not imagine a Glenridge without Jessica. It has been my great pleasure to have nominated Jessica for this award, and I congratulate her on receiving this award today. Jessica shared what inspires her. Helping others is what inspires me to work hard. I know that what I do has a huge impact on the lives of our residents and our staff. I love the residents and staff, and that is what motivates me to do my very best at work every day. I love what I do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And please share our thanks to her as well. It was a great quote. So next up, we have Kathy Honey, who works in dietary department for Independence Advocates of Maine. I think it's Treats Falls in Orono. Do we have folks? Yep, there we go.
Hi, Nadine. Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, there is a large group of us here, and we are here to support a couple of our winners. And Kathy is dietary. She's been here 20 years. So she has been training new staff and supporting the staff and the residents for 5 days a week, 3 days a week, 20 years, a long time. 7 days a week now, she says. During the pandemic, Kathy worked a lot, supporting all her coworkers and staff, and she's like a Spitfire up and down the hallways and bringing the nurses what we need, and the residents, if they want something different, before you get off the phone, Kathy's on the way down the hallway with it and running. Very accommodating to everybody. She has a wonderful character and personality about her that we all appreciate. Those of us, some days maybe it's busy and stressful and just need to talk to Kathy for a little while. She just seems to have that even keel about her and calm everybody down. We really are excited that Kathy has won and been nominated. We have a staff recognition committee that nominated our 2 winners. And amongst the group, 8 members, Kathy's name came up often. So thank you very much for the opportunity to let us tell you about Kathy and see her receive this.
You're welcome.
So, Kathy, a moment to speak. Can I get this over? You can see her.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody here. I guess what's kept me inspired and going is I know this pandemic will pass eventually, as all things do. And I always, as anything else, I just take one day at a time. And I am just blessed and thrilled to be able to be working in a facility like this, part of the team. It's a team effort that we all work together to keep our residents safe, keep them happy. That's what keeps me going. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Our next recipient is Barbara Hooper, Dietary and Nutritional Services Manager from Maine Veterans Homes, again in South Paris.
Hello, I'm the administrator, Brad Peck, with the Maine Veterans Home of South Paris. I'm pleased to be here. I nominated Barbara because as dietary and nutritional supervisor, She has exemplified the word leadership over a 23-year span here at the Maine Veterans Home of South Paris. She addresses residents' needs and concerns head-on and has mentored many of Oxford County's comprehensive high school students to take on food service positions as new employment. Barbara has consistently demonstrated what it means to be committed to a job, address issues creatively, and always maintain professionalism in difficult circumstances. For all of these reasons, I am very personally proud and honored to have nominated Barbara for this award. Anything you want to say?
Well, thank you very much. And I do this because I feel like I make a difference. And I have a good team and we're a good team, and that's why I do it.
Thank you very much, and very humble. Our next recipient is Michelle Hutchins, Director of Nurses from Pinnacle Healthcare and Rehab in Canton.
Hi, Nadine, thanks.
Hi.
So we nominated Michelle because she is the glue that holds us together here at Pinnacle. She's not a typical DON. You'll often find her working alongside the floor staff and doing resident care and treatment. When staffing has reached a critical low, she's made sure that the floor is staffed and the residents' needs are met, even if that means she's changing hats to work as a charge nurse or a CNA. With all the added struggles and pressures from the pandemic, she's continued to prevail and to keep our facility functioning. This is not just a job to her. Pinnacle and the residents it serves are her passion. Through her stewardship, we've maintained a CMS 4 to 5-star rating, and we're an AHCA NCAL National Quality Award Program Bronze Award recipient. And her responsibility to our facility is staggering, a weight that most people could never hold. And her compassion and commitment can be seen through her interactions with the residents. This pandemic has been hard on all of us, and the staffing crisis only grows. And it's going to take the kind of leader that Michelle is to keep our facility afloat and strong enough to recover. And we're all very proud to be part of her team.
Wow. Thank you. I'm kind of humbled about that, but what inspires me is that caring for our elders is the way that I honor my grandparents. The residents here become my family, therefore they deserve the same love and attention as my loved ones do. And during the pandemic, when their families couldn't visit them, it was even more important to be here for them, along with my staff, which made it possible. And when I say staff, it's not just the nursing department. When we were in the middle of it, it was the social services department, it was activities, it was the kitchen staff, the therapy staff, the administrator, everybody was, so we never would have made it through if it wasn't all hands. So I need to thank them as well and share this recognition with everybody here. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next recipient is Casey Isawanzik, and she is in the laundry and housekeeping department at Ross Manor. And I understand that Casey could not be with us today, but I believe Kathy Hall is still going to say a few words.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi, Kathy.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, well, Casey is not with us today, but she is an outgoing, friendly person who's always willing to help in any department. She was always able to call the residents by name and goes out of her way to help anyone. She oftentimes helps other departments as needed, and she's also a CNA and also worked in the kitchen, so she wore many hats. She's a tough lady to follow, and she's a person who takes action when things need to be done. And she worked with minimal staff, some days by herself because of the shortage in healthcare workers. She picked up extra shifts for CNAs, and she took on any challenge and never said a word about she couldn't do it or wouldn't do it. She was just remarkable. So congratulations to Casey.
Thank you, Kathy. Our next honoree today is Heather Jackson, Dietary Director for Norway Center.
Are we muted?
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay, I don't see a video, but there we go. I'm Adele again. Heather Jackson was nominated. She is a dietary manager. She was nominated because she has gone obviously above and beyond. Not only does she make sure our staff are taken care of, our residents are taken care of, she also takes care of the staff. She does do very involved in other activities with this center. Does a lot of, we do the free food, we do other things for the employees. She's head of employee engagement committee. She's been here for 20 years. Her mother happened to be the other winner of this award. And like I said, she's been here for 30 years. So that tells you something about their work ethics, longevity, and commitment to the team. She doesn't want to, you will read it?
Yeah.
What is
What inspires me is I love making special meals with activities and making the gardens pretty around the facility. I go above and beyond and go out there and do that. And the residents just love it. I just love seeing the resident smiles, and I always like just making them feel happy and loved.
Yeah.
That's really my goal. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for this award. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Next recipient we have is Shelly Catulla Blaze, Director of Therapeutic Recreation at St. Mary's Duville Pavilion. Let's see, we're looking here. Hold on. Do we see anybody from St. Mary's? Any takers? No. You do or you don't?
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there they are. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Judy.
Congratulations. Hi, congratulations to all the winners. The stories are all wonderful. And I nominated Shelly. Seeing her in action during this last year and a half has just been remarkable. One of Shelly's main focuses during the pandemic was for our residents, patients, and families to be able to maintain contact with one another. This in and of itself took up the majority of her time each day, while still ensuring there were sufficient activities scheduled in-house. Shelly was flexible, going from Zoom visits to window visits, then moving to scheduled indoor visits, sometimes having to revert back to Zoom visits or window visits. And she just did it all. She did a great job. Seeing the joy that Shelly brought to all involved makes her more than deserving to be a recipient of this award.
I have a quote, and I also have a few words to say too that I wrote up. So hope. If you only carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. And let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you are on the path to where you are meant to be. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. And I hope to continue to keep smiles on my residents' faces. Hope to continue to keep residents connected to their families through visitations, FaceTime, and Zoom. Hope to continue to give a shoulder to cry on, a hand to hold when my residents need one. Hope to continue to provide activity programs every day through this pandemic to help our residents maintain happiness and enjoyment through this trying time. And I hope to, I enjoy doing everything. I enjoy doing what I do every day when I'm here, and it never feels like work. It always feels like home here. This is what motivates me and continues to give hope.
Thank you very much. That was beautiful. I might be crying a little. I usually can't get through this without a few tears. So Susan Kenny is our next recipient, activity assistant at Westgate Center for Rehabilitation and Alzheimer's Care.
Hi there, can you hear us?
Yes, hi.
Wonderful. Hello. First and foremost, congratulations to all the winners today. So I'm here with Sue. We're very happy to be here, very excited. And Sue simply was nominated for her leadership skills and her heart. Sue has developed relationships with each of the residents, knows how they like their coffee and what time of day is best for them, each as an individual. We can't say enough about her work ethic at Westgate. She's managed multiple roles during very challenging times, has stayed late performing tasks that are not in her wheelhouse, and manages to make a sometimes unbearable situation during COVID very bearable for our residents. Not only does Sue care for the residents, but she cares for her coworkers. When asked to give a few words about Sue, her coworkers described her as positive, outgoing, and goes with the flow. Sue always can be found with a smile on her face, rain or shine. One of the most impressive things about her is the "I'm just doing my job" attitude. Sue has asked nothing more than the happiness of her residents. She became a leader among the activities team and still is to this day. Sue's tagline is only about the smiles and fun. So I'm very proud that Sue is receiving this award today, and I will let her share some thoughts with you as well.
Well, I'm very honored to be in with this group of people. I don't know. It really isn't work, you know. It's my quote is try to be the rainbow in someone's cloud. And there always is a rainbow. You know, you have to find it. Sometimes you have to help somebody find it. And I don't know, it's that easy to me, you know, so.
Sue is a treasure, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very, very well said. Our next recipient this morning or this afternoon is J.R. Laferriere from Forest Hill. He works in activities and also does some transportation.
JR was nominated because he completely changed his role since the start of the pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, he was solely responsible for transport of our residents for outings and medical appointments. With the start of the pandemic, JR started doing needed activities with residents to keep them stimulated and engaged. JR has always been willing to adapt and do what is needed up with the residents. JR will always check in with his supervisor before and after his shift to provide any important details. JR even started a daily coffee and donut social group with several residents, and they all look forward to this group daily. The residents enjoy their time spent with JR, and they never miss a chance to spend time with him. JR is fully deserving of this award, as everything he does is first and foremost for the residents. Congratulations again, JR.
Thank you very much, and I want to congratulate each and every one that has received this award this year. It's extremely humbling to receive an award such as this one for doing something that you enjoy doing from the heart. I enjoy each and every resident in this building and beyond, and I truly appreciate the staff here at Forest Hill that are so supportive of everything we do here. I thank them and I thank you for supporting this program. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next recipient this year is Stacey Land, CNA, Independence Advocates of Maine, Treats Falls.
Hello again.
Hi.
Stacey is receiving this award as nominated by members of our Staff Recognition Committee. Her name was selected many times by the members. She's joined today actually by some of our residents as well, who are very happy to see Stacey getting her award. Stacey has been with Independence Advocates of Maine for 13 years. She is a natural leader. She onboards and trains a lot of her fellow new CNAs. So CNAs have been new here, as well as helping a lot of the new nurses that come into the building. She drives the bus, taking residents on outdoor trips and back and forth through program. She's very versatile and can work at many different shifts and helps us out a lot through the pandemic. What we really love about Stacey is that she seems to come in for the day with an agenda to be successful. She jumps in and helps everybody, finds out where there's a need, and makes sure everybody can get through their day with as little disruption as possible, and for everybody to be happy. And she does many activities with the residents, and you can hear the little screams that yes, she does. She's very supportive to everybody, flexible, dependent, and we're really honored to see Stacey win this award. Thank you. Thank you. And Stacey had a few words that she would like to say too. You can read it. You can read it. Thank you. I'll read those for her. And she said, looking into someone's heart and helping them with their own unique challenges, understanding what one faces on a daily basis, letting them know how important they are and that they have choices. Being a natural nurturer is one of my most fulfilling roles. Helping others helps one to feel loved, cared about, and safe. Helping others makes me a better person, makes me a better daughter, better wife, mother, grandmother. Be kind, be patient, compassionate, and generous. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very well said. Our next recipient is Sandra Maynes. She is a store clerk. She runs the store at 75 State Street.
Can you hear me?
We can. Hi.
Great. Hi, I'm Katie Smith. I'm Vice President of Senior Living for Avesta Housing and support 75 State Street. And when we were talking about the awards this year, Sandy's name is the one that was on everyone's lips. And that's why we chose to nominate her. Sandy runs our store. And in that, she really takes care of the staff that take care of the residents because she feeds us. She does breakfast, she does lunch, but she doesn't just, provide a sandwich. She'll find out what you want or what you like and make sure that we have it available in the store. Whether it's lemons for personally my hot water. I like lemon with hot water. And initially I thought when I came in looking for lemons one day, that the next day I came in, there were lemons there cut up, that she did that because I was the boss. Come to find out, and I felt like a rock star. Come to find out as my time here at 75 State Street grew, that's the way she treats everybody, whether it is a staff, even family members, or residents. And for residents in particular, she makes sure, especially for those that can't really get out, that when they need something, that she has it available for them, their personal likes at the store. And that really goes to someone's spirit and ability to have dignified existence, to be able to say, yeah, I went down to the store and I was able to pick out a card for my granddaughter myself and didn't have to rely on anybody. And Sandy makes that possible. So we just applaud having somebody like Sandy to be able to keep us all on track and well fed, and also nurture our souls with her wisdom. And this is Sandy.
Hi. I don't know where to begin. I'm very humbled about the award. I came here as my retirement job, as in 5 years done. But this 75 State Street has grown on me, like huge. The residents are so wonderful. And it takes a village of people here, a village of all my employees and coworkers to make this all happen. You know, they just all are just great people. And I just love them. So my retirement, I might go a few more years. And I just absolutely enjoy and love everybody here. We are 75 State Street strong. Thank you.
Thank you so much. They're not going to let you retire.
No, I keep telling her that.
Oh. Our next recipient today is Peter Masterman, who's a maintenance technician at Market Square Healthcare Center. Yeah, I see them. You're still on me. Oh, there we go.
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm nursing at Market Square. So Pete, he's our go-to guy. He's the go with the flow, nothing rattles him, always the best attitude. He will do anything for anyone, and he always does it with a smile and a kind word. He's a friend to all, always pleasant, respectful, and a model employee, and we are so thankful to have him with us. He would prefer someone else read his remarks, so yeah.
Sure.
All right, so Pete says that caring comes from the heart, and he wants to thank his mom for that. Caring is a service above self, and he thanks his father-in-law for that. And the hardest part about caring is realizing others care and appreciate what you do, and for that, he thanks his wife.
Very nice. Thank you. And we're going to stick with Market Square because it just happened to work out like that in the alphabet. So next up, I see in our screen here, we have Sheila McAllister, who is a CNA, also at Market Square.
Sheila is a loyal and professional, outstanding employee. She continually proves to be a leader on the units, keeping morale high by buying staff and residents food and snacks and trinkets. She works tirelessly to provide compassionate, loving care to our residents, and we are so appreciative of Sheila.
So blessed.
And would prefer that I read her. Sheila says, I've been a CNA here at Market Square for several years. I enjoy caring for my residents, all residents, making sure they feel comfortable and safe in these trying times of COVID-19. None of this has been easy on anyone. It doesn't matter if it is what they want to eat or going to a certain activity. I always strive to give my residents what they need. It gives me great joy to put a smile on their faces. This type of work can be extremely hard and trying, but can also be very rewarding. I just don't consider it to be a job. I consider it to be a mission in life, to be a CNA, a caregiver, and I love and enjoy what I do.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to now turn to Lori Morey, the Human Resources Director at Island Nursing Home.
We're just trying to get our video back up.
Okay, that's fine.
There we go.
There you are.
Yeah, so yes, I nominated Lori Morey, who is our HR director, and I had prepared a dissertation length write-up for this, but on the advice from my colleagues and for the sake of time, I've heavily edited it. But Lori is very deserving of this. She's an exemplary individual, employee, and human resource director here at Island Nursing Home. Lori began working at INH in 1983 and started out as a certified nurse assistant. And with little doubt, she fully embodies a love for the well-being of Island Nursing Home and for each staff and resident who resides here. Lori's characters demonstrated daily by professionalism, excellent follow-through, support, wisdom, and encouragement. On a weekly basis, Lori seemingly works tirelessly, going above and beyond by making herself available to staff, regardless if it's after hours, flexing her hours to accommodate the off shifts, making herself available on scheduled days off, weekends, and even during a recent COVID facility outbreak, when she mustered enough energy fighting her own COVID illness, she still continued to work long, challenging hours, attempting to replace direct care staff who had fallen to their illness. Lori has built a meaningful rapport with facility residents throughout her years of employment. After one resident who Lori had a particularly close relationship with died during our outbreak, she wrote this resident's daughter after learning that she was having an especially difficult time accepting her mother's sudden and unexpected death. In that letter, Lori shared some memories and encounters she had had with this resident through the years. Though this is but one example, when Lori makes the time, effort, and provides support to our resident, it represents the genuine care for humanity that Lori manifests. I'm thrilled that Lori was a recipient of this year's Long-Term Care Excellence Award. Her fun, loving, and caring spirit has been and continues to be an uplift for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Barb. I'll try to get through this without crying as well. Nadine, I'll follow with you. First, I want to also congratulate all the winners. And this may sound like a movie award speech, but it really is an honor to be part of this group. I know the hard work that you all do. And so I am honored to be part of all of the winners here today. As Barbara had said, in my almost 37 years here, I've held a lot of positions. And Island Nursing Home, the staff and these residents have been one of the truest loves of my life.
I know.
And excuse me.
That's okay.
Because as many of you know, the nursing home is closing. So this is very emotional. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
And the one thing that has always inspired me is that look or that thank you from a resident or staff member, and knowing that I've made a difference in their life, even if it's just for that moment. So congratulations to everybody again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lori. We know, we really do understand that difficult times up there for Island Nursing Home, and we feel you and we understand you. So thank you. Congratulations on the award. Next up, we have Reggie Murray, an infection preventionist at Forest Hill.
Thank you, Nadine. And congratulations to all the winners on the call right now. So when our supervisory team met to discuss who we felt was most deserving of this reward, immediately everyone mentioned Reggie. I nominated Reggie for multiple reasons to receive the award. She was totally brand new in her infection preventionist position. Then a month later, we entered into a new phase of everyone's life, and we still live to this day in the pandemic. Reggie took it head first, immersed herself in educating everyone herself, as well as the staff and residents. Reggie's soft approach is very well received by both our staff and residents, and they all understood the reason why behind what we were doing and why we had to do it. Reggie's always done anything we've asked of her and has never shied away from the hard work. She continues to go above and beyond due to her love for the profession. Congratulations and thank you, Reggie, for all your hard work and everything you do for Forest Hill. We're all very honored to work with you every day.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone who has received this award. When I was asked to transfer from Northern Maine Medical Center to Forest Hill, I was a little bit nervous, but like Travis said, when COVID hit 1 month later, I was doubly nervous. But if it wouldn't have been for the support of our administration, the wonderful cooperation of the staff, in all areas, whether nursing, maintenance, the EVS staff, the social service staff. I don't know if I forgot anyone, but if I did, everyone was just super supportive. And we managed to keep COVID out of out of our facility due to everyone doing their part, and I can't thank them more. And I just can't thank them enough. And thank you to the administration for being so supportive. And again, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you. Our next recipient today is Denise Parker, who is an LPN in charge nurse at St. Andre Healthcare Facility.
Nadine, it's Marcy.
Hi, Marcy.
Hi. Unfortunately, Denise isn't able to be here with us today, but we have a little ditty about her because it's so important that you hear about how special she is. When we consider the 5 components of talent, competence, character, collaboration, communication, and commitment, it's easy to see that Denise represents the highest of all 5. Her leadership and positive presence as a nurse on our long-term care unit is nothing short of amazing. Whether it is her infectious laugh, wild headbands, or kind personality, Denise's impact on both residents and her coworkers is widespread. We were thrilled to nominate her for this award and share with everyone how fortunate we are to have Denise on our team.
Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate it. Next up is Melissa Phillips, RN and nurse manager at Edwards Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation in Dover Foxcroft. Let's see. I'm just looking here through our screens. Hold one moment. Do you see any on your side? I don't. No. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go to the next one. And if they jump on, we will go back. Next up, Laura Phillips, Activities Supervisor, Maine General Rehab and Long-Term Care at Glen Ridge.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Hi, this is Evelyn. I'm the administrator here at Glen Ridge, and I'm the one that nominated Laura. She is not here today. She's been out sick, so I don't have anything from her, but I'm going to tell you why I nominated her. Laura's interactions with supervisors and peers are consistently polite, respectful, energetic, kind, empathetic, compassionate, and always willing to help or lend an ear to listen. She renewed her CNA MedTech status and works per diem along with her 40-hour activities job, picking up multiple shifts to help the nursing department. She has been seen, including but not limited to mowing the lawn, weed whacking, serving meals to residents, escorting residents to and from meals, and setting up awnings for outdoor activities and visitation for the residents. She volunteered to be trained as a fit tester and perform COVID antigen testing for employees. Laura consistently goes out of her way to help the residents and staff. Person-centered care is foremost in Laura's mind. Laura and her team focus on person-centered activities for each individual. We have a music and memory program as part of the post-admission process. Because of our dementia clientele, Laura will meet with them, with both the resident and family member, to find out what kind of music the residents enjoy. Laura will download the music on an iPod and provide the resident with their own personalized music. The resident's reaction is priceless and always brings tears and joy to Laura, knowing she's made the resident's day and seeing the resident happy, singing, and even sometimes dancing. Her motto is to enhance the residents' lives every day. A couple things that her coworkers said about her: super nice, respectful person to everyone, always has a smile on her face no matter what's going on. Through COVID, Laura had the ability to adapt to constant change. She was a lifeline to the families. She is the most patient-centered, hardworking person I know. The pandemic has been so hard on nursing home settings across the nation, but with Laura, you wouldn't even know it. She steps up to fill in CNA slots, is always willing to contribute her time, ideas, and help out in any way she can. She's the first to raise her hand to volunteer. She does it with a smile and no complaints. There was a particular situation where a grandson of one of our residents was leaving for the military, and the patient likely wouldn't live long enough to see his return. Because of COVID, he couldn't see him to say goodbye, so Laura came in on her time off and set up a virtual way for him to be part of the family's goodbye gathering. That's just one of hundreds of examples of what she's done to keep families connected through this pandemic. She represents the best humanity. All of the core values and standards of Maine General is embodied in her. I'm so proud to call her my colleague and so grateful that she has chosen Glenridge to be her home. I cannot recommend her enough for this award. Laura has been awesome. She created good rapport with families. She was the one who connected families via Zoom, FaceTime, window visiting, organizing, scheduling, and monitoring inside and outside visitation. This is a huge challenge due to the ever-changing visitation status. She planned and implemented a parade at the hospital parking lot for the residents to ride around in. And she's the best activities director one can have. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next recipient today is Margaret Quinn, who's an RN and a hospice case manager with Androscoggin Home Health Care and Hospice.
Hi. So my name is Jessica Dusselt, and I am a clinical manager with Androscoggin, and I'm stepping in for Karen Burgoyne, our director, who nominated Margaret. I'm just going to read a few words that she wrote in her nomination. I just want to start by saying that Margaret has been with us since 1986. So over 35 years, she's been serving hospice patients in our community, and specifically to Clover Manor for about 10 years, probably a little more than that, with a very high caseload of between 20 and 30 patients. So Karen writes, everything Margaret does centers around the patient's quality of life. It is difficult to choose just one example. Some of the things that she does on a daily basis include arranging her schedule to ensure that she visits when family is present in order to update and support patients and families together, does rounds each day to prioritize patients' needs, based on the report received from the staff at Clover, advocates for patients' needs and communicates timely with staff and family, including follow-up, and she will stop whatever she is doing to be completely present if they are crying or express distress of any kind. Margaret's care extends not only to the patient, but to their family, and I would extend that even to the staff at Clover. Margaret's commitment to patients' quality of life has never been more evident than during COVID, especially during the initial days. In order to ensure patients' needs were met, Margaret worked an average of 6 days a week for several months at a time, not taking a full day off for several weeks in a row. Margaret has a gift of truly seeing each patient holistically. She understood the impact that separation during COVID from family would have on patients' quality of life and the family's grief. She made it part of her personal mission to minimize the impact. Margaret was one of the first nurses to utilize technology to connect patients to the facility, with family on the outside. No matter how many patients Margaret had to care for or how busy she was, she always took the time to ensure that patients and family could connect if they wanted. Margaret truly was a light in the darkness during uncertain times. Her patients, their families, and her colleagues were positively impacted by her care, going above and beyond every single day. And Margaret is here with us at Androscoggin, but she is in a separate room, and I'd like to turn it over to her to say a few words.
Thank you. Hi, Margaret.
Hello. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to everyone. And thank you to Jess for such kind words. I have a first little quote before I have my little sentence. The quote is from St. Joseph Hospital, which was in Providence, and it was etched on the outside of the building. It says, I pray that you might find light, joy, and consolation. We are willing to empty ourselves, to bend low, to wash feet, to heal wounds, all for the dear neighbor. So as a hospice nurse with Androscoggin Home Health Care and Hospice, I have been extremely grateful to provide care for the elderly for the past 35 years. I am inspired by our patients, families, and all my peers by their strength, resiliency, and encouragement. In allowing me to provide emotional, physical, and spiritual support, I am most humbled to provide a presence and to honor all the patients affected by this pandemic that has caused such isolation and separation from their families during the dying process. Sorry.
Thank you, Margaret. We appreciate it. Our next recipient today is Danielle Rand, who is an RN and a charge nurse at Maine Veterans Home in Bangor.
Hello, my name is Ken Mitchell. I'm the nurse manager that applied for Danielle. She's been with us for many, many years. And she started out as a CNA and grew up through to become an RN, and we've been able to watch that. It's been really enjoyable. The staff, I think, have an increased level of respect for Danielle because they know that she's been where they've been. And in addition to that, during the pandemic, Danielle worked a lot of extra hours, and more importantly, did that while her spouse was in another state and weren't able to see them for a good portion of the pandemic due to the travel restrictions imposed. And she showed up every day and just kept plugging along. So that's why she got nominated.
So something that I always strive to show the residents and the residents' family, regardless of what they've been through or what they'll go through while they're under our care, is compassion and kindness. So this quote, I feel like, sort of captures that. It's compassion can be defined in many ways, but its essence is a basic kindness with a deep awareness of the suffering of oneself and of other living things, coupled with the wish and effort to relieve it.
Thank you. Very well said. Our next recipient today is Tarsha Roderick. She's the Associate Director of Skilled and Long-Term Care Services at Maine General Rehabilitation and Nursing at Graybirch.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Nadine and Brenda. Hi. Thank you for having me today, and congratulations to all the recipients. Lots of lovely words to say about Tarsha. As you mentioned, she's our Associate Director of Long-Term Care, but has held a variety of roles at Maine General over her 17 years, to include Director of Nurses at Glenridge. One of the many reasons we wanted to nominate Tarsha is how supportive she was during the pandemic, which was at the height back in 2020, but certainly has lingered into this year. It was all hands on deck at Graybirch with Tarsha at the helm. She was and is a natural when it comes to navigating an incident command situation. The staff immediately felt at ease with both her presence in the building and with the calm, steadfast nature in which she got the job done. She ensured the facility was adequately staffed, calling upon staff from other departments at Maine General. She made sure everybody was safe, had what they needed, and including a full supply of PPE, which we know was challenging at best. She rounded the neighborhoods multiple times per day, was a true supporter of every staff member in every department, checked in with them daily, always had their best interest at heart. And there is not one staff member that worked with Tarsha during the outbreak and beyond who does not reference how supportive she is. She is one of the smartest people I know, and I am very proud to have her as my supervisor. And we nominated her on behalf of not only Graybirch, but Glenridge and Maine General as a family. And she provided her quote to me. So she is on the line, but I'm going to read that for her today. What inspires me? Tarsha mentioned, I am inspired by the life stories of the residents in long-term care and the commitment of the staff and my coworkers to caring for the residents every single day. So we couldn't be more proud to have her as one of the nominees today. So congratulations to Tarsha.
Thank you. Our next recipient today is Jane Small. She's a CNA Med Tech with Ross Manor. So we're back to Kathy. Kathy?
Can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Well, Jane would like me to read what she wrote, and it was to all the residents and patients. And she wanted them to know that they're not forgotten or alone, that we, the caregivers, will be by your side like your second family. And during the pandemic, to let them know that they're needed as well, and you can count on us as a nurse. And Jane is a very quiet person who's been here almost 30 years at Ross Manor. She's a compassionate person who is kind to everybody and generally a giving person. And during the pandemic, she also gave up some of her shifts so others would work. When she gave up her shift so that others could, pick up extra shifts. She's a knowledgeable person who is able to help new staff and is willing to work on any wing when needed. And Jane's a great support to others in her department. And having an employee who has stood by an employer for 30 years is remarkable. And we just want to congratulate you. She's an awesome person.
Congratulations, everyone. That's won this award.
Thank you.
Thank you. 30 years, that's a long time.
Yes.
Our next recipient today is Catherine Trudeau, and she's a CRMA and activities assistant at the Alzheimer's Care Center. And I think Cindy, I saw Cindy Carter. Yep.
Can you hear me? No.
Yes, hi.
You can hear? Okay.
Yes.
I'm Cindy Carter. I'm the activity director at the Alzheimer's Care Center. And we have like an amazing staff here. But when the management team got together to decide who to nominate for this award, it was unanimous that it would be Katie. She's amazing. She's upbeat and positive. She's always a team player. She's got a heart of gold and her excitement is contagious. And during the pandemic, everybody knows how hard it's been. And Katie has been really essential in helping keeping families and the residents connected, jumping in to do Zoom meetings and FaceTime and things, window visits. And also, like, she's a crafting master and making handmade cards with the residents and including a photograph of the residents to send to family members, which really touched the family members' life and helped them feel assured that their residents were safe and happy. Every year we have a gala Christmas party, and with COVID, you can't really have a gala Christmas party. And so Katie wanted to make sure that it was really special. So she arranged a festival of lights for our backyard, which is visible in the facility. She directed a play with the residents involved and just planned a really wonderful time in light of the fact that it was just residents and staff. So, and then so many other things that it's like not enough time. You didn't give me enough time to say.
Sorry.
She's wonderful, and I'm retiring today. And I can't think of a better way to pass the torch than to have Katie have this wonderful recognition as the new activity director at the Alzheimer's Care Center. So congratulations to all the winners and especially to Katie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, my last name starts with a T, so I'm here to kind of wind it up. And I can say I enjoyed so much listening to all the other award winners. And I just feel the warmth of the community of caregivers and the amount of generosity of spirit and heart and compassion and how committed everybody is. And I feel as a community just so much uplifted and strength that we are all able to kind of pull through this pandemic together. And I have a quote. It kind of reflects, I think, my positivity, and it says, when it's dark enough, you can see the stars. So I just want to say thank you for this amazing award, and thank you to everybody that is out there holding hands and enriching the lives of our seniors. They are precious. So Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And congratulations on the award, the promotion, all in one day. Cindy, the retirement, that makes me sad, but good for you. It's been a pleasure working with you over the years for sure. So thank you. And last but not least, another veteran I might add, but Bobby Joe Welch, who's the Activities Department Supervisor at Maine General Rehab and Nursing Care at Gray Birch.
Yes. Hello again, everybody. So Bobby Joe has been our activities supervisor for 24 years. So this nomination is long overdue. I believe it's 24 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days to be exact. And we are blessed to have her for all of those days. What prompted the Gray Birch team to nominate Bobby Joe now more than ever was her dedication to the residents and their needs during the pandemic. As many of us have experienced, life as we knew it changed to include a long pause on normal activities, visitation, and all that brings joy to our residents. She made certain that they continue to have support, fun, and contact with their families. She thought outside of the box and ensured that residents had contact with their loved ones, as we know, which consisted of window visits, using the iPad, video chat, phone calls, but she made sure that every resident at this facility had contact with their loved ones. She created a whole list of virtual activities, focused on her staff providing one-on-one visits as they were able, and rallied the entire Gray Birch team to support the residents in any way possible. She's always been a shining star, however, not as bright as it shone during the pandemic. She kept everyone's spirits up and became the residents' fiercest advocate. Bobby Joe is a team player, has incredible time management skills, and we would absolutely be lost without her. When the residents were asked to describe her, their responses included Energizer Bunny, caring, fun, charismatic, dedicated, and all of them said she is there for us. One particular resident said she makes our life better. She is on the phone today, but I'm also going to read the quote that she provided. Life is short, spend it with people who make you feel loved. And Bobby Joe is just a gem. I could go on, and we would truly be lost without her. And this award is beyond deserving. So thank you. Congratulations, Bobby Joe.
Thank you. Congratulations to everyone. Yeah, so this has really been a particularly moving hour and a half to 2 hours for sure. I know I'm feeling that way right now, but I just want to say on behalf of the Maine Healthcare Association, thank you to all of our winners. Thank you to our nominators. Thank you to Representative Fay for all the work that you've done in this regard to advance, the stature and the understanding about what caregivers do. We really appreciate that. Thank you to Brenda for being my partner in crime for all these years on this program. We've done it a bunch of different ways, but I always enjoy. It's always a pleasure to work with you, in this program. And just some final thoughts as I'm listening to everyone's stories, and it does get very emotional at times because that's what you do. You don't work at a retail store. You're not creating widgets. You are caring for people. This is very human, the things that you do. And it's okay to be emotional. I know I am sometimes, but a couple just last thoughts, that really stuck out. The longevity. I mean, some of you have been at this for such a very long time, which speaks to your commitment. The versatility. That was another theme that we kept hearing over and over again about just the kinds of changes that you made in order to do your jobs and to make things work at that facility or at that home, because you always had the best interest of your resident and your clients in mind. The dedication, and the empathy and the compassion. So, I mean, those are just some of the adjectives that I felt like I kept hearing very frequently today. So, with that, thank you very, very much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tolerating Zoom again. Hopefully next year we'll be in person together for this program. But just thank you all, and really congratulations on behalf of all of us here at Maine Healthcare. Bye. Oh, don't go anywhere. So sorry, I forgot the video. Whew. Hold on one second. We're going to do the video now. Pardon me. Oh, hold on. What do I have to do? I'll sail the world to find you.
If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light.
So congratulations again. Thank you so much.